Welcome back to the 30 days of Dragon Paths here for September. If you missed yesterday's episode, click down below for we covered the Dragon's Path, and stay tuned for tomorrow because we'll be covering Draconic Wicca. But today we will be covering dragon magic with no K, all right? Because the way I understand dragon magic with a K and without a K is different. So today we are going to be covering all of how I understand dragon magic without a K. And just a little disclaimer here, everybody is different in their practice, in their understanding of dragon magic, and in their identities as dragon witches. And my systems and my definitions in no way, shape, or form are meant to be for everybody. They're just how I understand dragon magic and how I want to share with you, everybody on the internet, after all of the work that I've done with my dragons since the 90s. So this is how we're gonna go and do it. It'll be broken into 5 different categories. So you'll be able to click the page, like the chapter number, so you can skip to the chapter that you prefer. But we're gonna start with chapter 1 here, which is the Dragon Magic Guide. And I have my notes so I don't miss anything. And if you want any of my notes or access to any of my notes for free, they will be all available for you to read on my Patreon for free. So we have, this is the practice of magic with dragons, or practicing magic learned by the dragons, or by practicing magic as a dragon. So what do I mean by practicing magic as a dragon? I mean, if you identify as a dragonkin or a dragon soul, or like a draconian, or like any sort of like alter human identity, if you have that, then I believe any sort of magic that you cast is by nature dragon magic. That is how my dragon guardians have taught me personally. Next, we have most commonly a practice of magic with the help of a dragon guardian, dragon spirit guides, and or helper of magic, or like keeper of magic, or co-magician dragons, as a guide on their craft and practice. So basically, what I mean by this is that dragon magic is going to be usually overseen by a dragon spirit guide, or by a dragon guardian, or by a dragon deity that the practitioner works with. But in very rare cases, that is not always the case. We have, they also consist of any magic that the dragons teach of a let me try that again, my goodness. This also consists of any magic that the dragons teach or a practitioner learns from working with them, or following their guidance, or perhaps by even passing their trials or solving their riddles. So any sort of magic that you earn that way, like there are many spells that I have earned from my dragon guardians for passing certain dragon trials that would be considered dragon magic, although on paper it's not all entirely 100% like a dragon magic ritual, in the sense where I'm calling on rituals. Like some of the rituals that I've earned from my dragons are for like Hecate and for Lilith, but they're still considered dragon magic because I earned them from the dragons. And then next we have any magical practice by a dragonkin or a dragon soul. So again, if you believe that you are a dragonkin or a dragon soul, anything you do, magically speaking, is dragon magic by definition, according to the dragon guardians that I personally work with. And next we have beliefs. Okay, so typically believes in magic and the dragons. However, they may choose to believe in magic and dragons are quite different, no matter who you might ask, though some are very similar, right? So all this is trying to say is that for the beliefs of somebody who practices dragon magic, they will believe in the magic and they will believe dragons are real. So they'll have faith in magic and dragons being real, but the way that that manifests for them and the way that they believe in the magic of dragons is going to be different for everybody, though most practitioners will have a pretty similar or pretty same definition of what dragon magic is. But again, it's not always the case, so that's why we want to emphasize it. Next, we have practice, which is typically practices magic with the dragons, or magic from the dragons, or practicing magic as a dragon. It's really that simple. It really focuses on rituals and spell casting and crafting with dragons as like symbolism, as guides, or as being a dragon thyself, right? So the purpose of this practice is, the truth is, everyone practices magic for their own reasons, but usually, and if you ask somebody practicing dragon magic, they will tell you it is to experience the magic of dragons. And most people who are practicing dragon magic are doing so to connect with dragons, but a lot of them are doing it to simply like build a bond with dragons too. Some of them are doing it to be like on a healing journey. Like, it's so different. That's why, like, we just have to remember that everybody really practices for a different purpose. So how to start? Start by finding or meeting a dragon and learn or begin magic if they have not already. So it's really simple to practice dragon magic. You really just have to start learning about the dragons. So study them, right? So study their mythologies, study their, history, but also like study the practice of magic and like, what does magic look like for you? Like, what kind of spells are you attracted to and things like that. That's pretty much the best way to get started with dragon magic. But now we're gonna move into chapter 2 of this video, which is all about my dragon magic notes. And this is going to cover how my definition and my understanding of dragon magic differs from anyone else's definition of dragon magic that I have personally seen. So this is what makes my system of dragon magic different than the other systems, and how I also clarify magic of any kind performed by someone who identifies as a dragonkin or a dragon soul as natural dragon magic power, for we are dragons. Okay, so that's something that, sorry about that, that makes something that I wanted to really emphasize, is that what makes my system of dragon magic truly unique, in the sense that I've never seen anyone talk about this, or no one's ever really agreed with me in my definition of them, is by saying that any magic generated or practiced by like a dragonkin or a dragon soul or someone with a dragon alter human identity, I believe that that is inherently dragon magic, and those individuals are the only human beings on the planet who are capable of producing dragon magic without the need of a dragon spirit outside of them. That is my personal understanding of dragon magic without a K, okay? M-A-G-I-C, no K. And this has been kind of a point of contingency with some of my peers. They don't agree with this. They don't agree that anyone can generate dragon magic without a dragon. The way my dragons taught me is different. You can if you're dragonkin or a dragon soul, so that is probably the biggest thing that sets apart my understanding of dragon magic than anyone else that I have met before. But let's kind of go through my notes here just to like make sure that I'm like clarifying everything. So we have, typically it is simply magic charged with dragon power or a dragon power or current that we find within the land, seas, skies, and stars, and all the universes, and all within ourselves and without of ourselves. This means that it is, some people are going to view just genuine energy in general as dragon magic. It is the current that connects us all, right? It is the essence that makes us alive. Some people see that as dragon magic. And then my system is also different by explicitly calling all types of magic and craft taught by dragons as dragon magic as well. And this is something else that has been a point of contingency with my peers as well, is when I say like, oh, any like rituals that you learn from dragons, any spells that you learn from dragons, even any basics about dragon magic, or excuse me, even any basics about magic that you learn from dragons, in my understanding of the craft, is considered dragon magic. And then in my personal practice, my dragons tell me that all forms of witchcraft and magic that is arcane and advanced in nature is also to be considered a form of dragon magic. And this is because this is probably because of like my Celtic heritage is kind of influencing my understanding here. But when we look at the druids, they were considered masters, and the masters of the druids were often called dragons. And so that's why my dragon guardians personally tell me that any sort of witchcraft or any sort of practice that is magical, that is advanced in nature, that is arcane or completely invented by a practitioner, it is unique, one of one kind of spell that was created by you, is also considered a form of dragon magic. But a lot of people disagree with me on that. So that is something I'm curious about. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments. And then next we have my system is entirely unique in the sense that my dragons tell me even a dragonkin making a birthday wish blowing out a candle is dragon magic. So this is something else that gets a lot of people angry too. They're like, you know, my definition of dragon magic is very expansive and hits a lot of the mundane innocent shit is what I've been told before, but I don't really give a crap. This is what my dragons tell me dragon magic is, and it's up to you to kind of decide if it resonates with you or not, right? Like, I'm just coming here to share how I understand dragon magic, right? So further expanding my definition of dragon magic, we also include any fantasy dragon magic too as part of dragon magic. So that touches a little bit into pop culture witchcraft, but it's still, again, really important in my practice, specifically to study all sorts of magic in fantasy and media as like dragon magic, as a form of dragon magic. So lastly, we have dragon souls doing any practice utilizing visualization or action to be closer to dragons is dragon magic. So that means if you're a dragon soul and you close your eyes and you visualize your dragons closer to you, that is dragon magic as I understand it. And again, the way that I define dragon magic has been controversial for me. I don't really know why. It's kind of shocking to me a little bit, but I hope that you enjoyed that particular breakdown of how my understanding of dragon magic is different and unique compared to others that I have like discussed with and seen their definitions here online. But this is going to be part 3 of the video. We're going to go over dragon magic basics now, and this is how to get started with the fundamental basics of dragon magic to begin today if you desire to, meaning after this video, this is how you get started with practicing dragon magic if you would like to start right now. Okay, so number 1, this is the path of I lost my spot. Okay, this is the path of witnessing and embodying the natural diversity of dragon magic. For the key is to extract the wisdom of seeing the magic of dragons in everything and all, okay? So that means to start practicing dragon magic today, you're going to start looking at things like a dragon. Start looking at the hidden meaning for things and even the most boring of experiences in your life to extract that wisdom, and that is a way to start practicing dragon magic. Number 2, if you are a dragon otherkin or a dragon soul, then any magic you ever cast or consider or considered is dragon magic by the definitions of my guardians. And so that's just, again, I wanted to reiterate, if you are a dragonkin, if you are a dragon soul and you want to start practicing dragon magic, you probably already have if you've ever cast any sort of spells according to the definitions of me and my dragon guardians. And then number 3, we have witnessing the signs of dragons would also still be considered dragon magic by the system that I use. And that means if you see something happen, like in the sky, you see a cloud that looks like a dragon and it made you think of a dragon, or it helped you connect with the dragon, that's dragon magic, okay? And some people absolutely disagree with me, but that is totally okay. I want to know what your definition of dragon magic is, okay? So number 4, we have when learning how to practice magic from the dragons you are bonded with, that makes you your entire craft dragon magic by my expansive definition. And all that means is, like, let's say that like you haven't been practicing witchcraft your whole life, but you have had a dragon guardian since childhood that was also maybe considered an imaginary friend. Okay, cool, got it. Now let's say that this dragon guardian taught you how to practice witchcraft from the very basic level, right? That means even the like basics of witchcraft that you learned, I consider it dragon magic because a dragon taught you. Okay, that is just personally how I view it, right? And then number 5, to consciously focus on empowering your dragon magic. By any means, it is heavily encouraged to make a dragon or to meet a dragon after, I really can't read. Number 5, to consciously focus on empowering your dragon magic. By any means, it is heavily encouraged to make a dragon altar or a sacred space to connect to dragons. So the dragon magic basics of getting started, it's really important to have a space that you can connect with the dragons, that you can honor them, that you can look at them and visualize them, and that you can meditate with them, because this is a huge way of how we stay connected to our dragons and how we progress on the path of dragon magic. And then next we have number 6. If the dragons teach you any craft or have ever added their magic energy to any of your spells, it is highly encouraged to keep record within a journal. So anytime you encounter dragons in your spellcraft, in your rituals, or anytime the dragons teach you anything, anytime you have any encounters with dragons or you practice magic with dragons and they join you, you're going to want to keep a record of that. You're going to want to make sure that you always have that written down. I hope the wind isn't too bad and not messing up the audio. But you're going to want to make sure you always have that written down, because this is going to enable you to track your progress. And dragons hoard knowledge and wisdom, and we definitely hoard our progress. So you want to make sure that you're writing these things down and having them for you to reflect, okay? It's really important. Number 7, believing in the magic of dragons is often the hardest part for beginners with little to no experience or encounters with the dragons prior to the present day moment. And this is something that I really wanted to touch upon, because at the end of the day, you have to believe in dragons. If you want to start practicing dragon magic right now, you have to believe in dragons, and it's not something that can be taught to you, right? Like, you have to seriously already believe in dragons. It's something that happens within your being. Like, I could tell you why dragons are real, I could give you reasons, but you ultimately are not going to know unless you come to that understanding on your own. So next we're going to get into part 4, which is dragon magic for all. And all that means is that we're going to talk about how no matter your religious orientation or your faith-based belief systems, you can practice dragon magic. That means for any type of belief system. So the following is a breakdown for how each type of believer can navigate dragon magic for them. So number 1, if you're an atheist, dragon magic might look a little bit like this for you. For those who don't believe within a higher power, they usually see the dragons for the symbolism of universal natural forces and the personification of them, or representing transformation of the self, power, wisdom, magic, and cunning. So if you're an atheist and you don't believe in a higher power, you will probably just interact with dragons as their symbolism being very rich and deeply layered, and how you might just see the dragon as the depiction of a dragon as the personification of nature's forces, in the sense that you don't actually believe that the grass dragons are real, but you study their symbolism to help you learn about your reality. So next, if you're a polytheist, this is what dragon magic might look like for you. For those who believe in multiple divine forces, then their dragons are often encouraged or invented are often worshipped or venerated if are a dragon god from the historical mythology. Typically, all dragons are considered divinely powerful, spiritual entities within the astral realms. So all that means is that if you're a polytheist, you're likely going to believe that all dragons that you meet in a spiritual sense are going to hold some sort of divine power and are going to be some sort of either godlike entity, or they're going to be even above the deities. That is really, really common for many dragon witches to feel like you need to treat dragons above gods and goddesses like Hecate, for example. And that's just what it might look like for you if you're a polytheist when you practice dragon magic. Next, if you're a monotheist, this is what dragon magic might look like for you. For those who only believe in one divine creator source, then the dragons are often seen as the god themselves. So the one god is seen as a dragon sometimes, or as the god's creations, like the dragons are seen as God's creations. And the practitioner will typically worship God together, and they believe that their dragon magic is a gift from God. And this is the category I fall under, but you definitely can work with dragons if you're monotheistic, and many people see dragons as signs of God's infinite wisdom and divine creation. And so that's what it might look like for you if you're monotheist. But next we have omnists. This is what dragon magic might look like if you believe there are truths in all religions, okay? So omnists, for those who believe in all faiths having truth, then dragon magic becomes the practice of discovering magic from dragons. And all I mean by that, if that was a little bit vague, is that when you work with dragon magic and you believe that there's truth in all religions, then you're just going to have a wonderful time discovering the magic of dragons, no matter what side of the globe you decide to visit within your mind's eye and within your studies. It's truly a beautiful way to engage with the world when you find the truth about dragon magic in all of our religions around the world. Oh, it's like one of my favorite things. But that's what dragon magic might look like for you if you're an omnist. And lastly, we have what dragon magic might look like if you're an animist. So for those who believe that all creation has consciousness or spiritual energy, then dragon magic often becomes learning magic from the dragon, spirit, or essence within all things, even a paint dragon, right? So we talked a little bit about yesterday how if you're an animist, you might work with the tire dragon or the car dragon or the paint dragon. You can work with the tire dragon too, right? But like, see, some people would work with like the plant dragon. You could work with the pot dragon. You could work with the house, like the house dragon, right? Like all of these things become an opportunity for you to connect and engage with the dragon and with dragon magic and learn dragon magic in a very unique way that many dragon witches don't necessarily engage with. But that is it for part 4. I do want to say, if none of these really resonated with you for how you believe in the world, or if you're agnostic and you just believe there's a higher power but you're not really sure what that is totally okay. And I really encourage you to take your time with learning how you believe in things. There's no rush, okay? So it's about going on the journey that is good for you and your pace, and for you to have fun and feel like your religion and your spirituality and your faith-based practices are meant to empower you and make you feel better. They're not meant to suppress you and make you feel anxious, okay? So just wanted to clarify that. Take your time if you're not sure which category you belong to. And lastly, we have part 5, which are my dragon magic tips. So these are my best tips, tricks, and reminders that you're on the path of dragon magic already, and also how to stay on the path of dragon magic. Ready? So we first have, if you choose to see everything that happens in life as a sign from the dragons, as an opportunity to gain wisdom, that is studying dragon magic, okay? And this is how I absolutely operate in my reality. I take every sort of interaction, any sort of everything as an opportunity to extract and learn and gain dragon wisdom, which in and of itself is a magical act, because I'm like transmuting my reality from a knee-jerk reaction that's not necessarily the best to dropping immediately into a reflective mode and trying to extract the higher lessons present within my reality at any given time. And then next we have, if you experience awe and wonder at the thought of dragons, that is you experiencing dragon magic. This is also another thing that makes people disagree with my personal definition of dragon magic without a K, right? They don't agree with that idea that when you just are thinking about dragons and you're feeling awe and wonder for them, some people don't think that that's dragon magic, but I definitely do think that that's dragon magic. What are you talking about? That's dragon magic. Anyway, if it brings about transformation or shape-shifting, then it is a form of dragon magic, even if mild. And people really don't like this when I say this as well. They're like, you're really starting to muddy the definition of dragon magic. But I'm just saying, hey, I really just genuinely see dragon magic everywhere. Maybe you don't, bestie. That is not a me problem. That is a you problem. Anyway, if the craft is advanced, arcane, and one of a kind, we consider that a form of dragon magic, as dragons are the true masters of magic. And that's just another tip too, right? Like if you are in your own practice and you're on your own path, not necessarily even working with dragons, if you're just creating your own practice and your own craft and your own understanding of magic, like you are practicing a form of dragon magic. I would consider you a dragon of magic, because you are literally inventing your own craft. Like that is an advanced arcane art, my dear. So next we have the quickest way to identify if it is a form of dragon magic is by asking if it was magical and if it was by the dragons or expressed by them. So that's the quickest way to understand if something's dragon magic. Let me give you an example. So I'm walking around outside, and then all of a sudden a car drives by me and water gets splashed up on my outfit, and I'm ruined, right? Like I'm in a white dress, now I'm in a soaked dress full of street juice, okay? I could choose to get angry and mad, or I could choose to see that as being transformed internally and externally by the dragon waters, right? And the way that I would extract that emotion is by learning that no matter any sort of unexpected waves that hit us, no matter how dirty we feel, we are always present, we are always real. That is an experience of dragon magic coming from a very, very basic experience. And I ask myself, was it magical? And I ask myself, did it bring me closer to the dragons? And if the answer is yes, that's dragon magic. Okay. Next we have, when you are within ritual or in spell casting, it isn't uncommon to receive a visit, a quick visit, like from a dragon form, and it may help boost whatever magic working you are performing. And this is a great way to tell if you are already practicing dragon magic, because sometimes we are already like witches and we practice witchcraft, and we have had like experiences where dragons visit us and we don't really know what that means. Yes, you're already practicing dragon magic. Welcome to Dragon Magic 101. But anyway, lastly, we lose access to the magic of dragons the very second we begin limiting or gatekeeping what is and is not dragon magic, for each heart and dragon is unique, okay? So the quickest way to kill the magic of dragons and to piss everybody off is to start saying what isn't dragon magic, or what can or cannot be dragon magic for somebody else, when the reality is your only responsibility is understanding what dragon magic is to you and practicing it for you, and learning about what dragon magic is for you by your guardians, and anyone else is entitled. It is a human right for them to discover it for themselves, okay? And here on my channel, we encourage you to discover and explore dragon magic in a way that makes you feel empowered, in a way that makes you feel awe and wonder for the dragons, but most of all, one that makes you believe in the mysteries of our world, that maybe, just maybe, dragon magic is real. And you deserve that, you really do. And this is just my basic crash course guide. And if you want more free resources for today's episode, don't forget to check out all the description goodies. We have resources on Patreon, on my website, on Facebook, on Tumblr, on like Instagram, TikTok, and Discord, and I think even Amino. And it's all gonna be free for you with all of these guides, so you are able to start practicing in a way that doesn't feel confusing, okay? Like if one feels like, you know, your system, you can start there and expand. You can take my systems and innovate on them. You can take my systems and edit them however you want. They're just there for you as a starting point. Or you could just start making your own. That's just kind of the magic of dragons. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. And if you're new here, assalamu alaikum, merry meet, and welcome back to your daily dose of DragonFaether. My name is Azura DragonFaether, the Draconic Priestess, and I've been working with dragons since the 90s, so you're definitely not going to want to miss our incredible 30 days of dragon paths today here in September. So hit that subscribe button, because tomorrow we are practicing dragon witchcraft, draconic witchcraft, I think is tomorrow's topic. It'll be super exciting, and don't forget to check out my videos over on my second channel. We have some really emotional, some really instinctual, and some very profound sharings about dragons over there that are just a little bit extras for you if you're interested. And I will see you very soon, but I'm just a girl who follows for dragons. And until next time, Sigiki Chick ever Ricky, a little hatchlings. But Kadafis, blessed be, and Amin. And please follow me so I don't get lost. We'll see you. Bye.